Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Dacob here. We're gonna talk about the Boo Buckets. It's McDonald's Halloween time. Now, I have here last year's buckets. I'm using a green screen here, so we can't really see the green one. And what I did was this is how I store them. I take the lids off. Well, these are not real lids, actually. They're little tops. And then I put them all inside of each other. So this is how I save space. So the green one, unfortunately, is the one that is invisible. So he's kind of like the little monster guy, one of my favorites. Then we have the jack-o'-lantern, who it looks like the skeleton head, but is orange. And in fact, he's called the skeleton. But I just call him the jack-o'-lantern anyway. So there you go. With 3 different faces. This was from last year. And I was very surprised to see that these were not made in China. They were printed and made in the US of A. And then somebody said, oh, here, look at that. Right down here it says, right there, printed and made in the USA, June 2023. So then somebody said, oh, they were probably made in a prison. Like prisoners had to make these. I hope not. But given that it's America, possibly. So then there's the white one, which was the mummy. Love the mummy. Is he already chipping? No, it was a print error. Okay. This one was the hardest to find, strangely. And then there was what was this one? Was the vampire. And this one wasn't made in June. This one was made in August of 2023. So those are his 3 faces. And also what I noticed, like the difference between these buckets is that only, oh my God, this one was made even earlier. So the white one was made in May. So the mummy was made in May. The skeleton pumpkin was made in June. The vampire, August. And the monster, green one, also in August. But again, the green one we can't really see very well because of the green screen. But anyway, for the mummy, you see these little ridges here? These elevated little, this one, this one, that one, right? So the green one has it, the white one has it, and the purple one also has it. Now, the orange one is the only bucket that was clear. It didn't have any one of these ridges. It's much cleaner. Less stable because you see it kind of bends inwards easier. But I'm a sucker for details like this. And then the only bucket, so the white, the green, and the orange bucket had this kind of like jack-o'-lantern, like pumpkin top. The green one as well, but you can't see the green one because of the green screen. The only one that had the witch's hat, which is very bizarre, was the vampire. Now, why would you give a vampire a witch's hat? And these are detachable, so you can actually mix and match the tops. So, like, for example, here we have the white one. So the white one originally came with this is how it works. Now, there's drama coming in, you guys, because I'm showing you all of these buckets because these are kind of reminiscent of the classic McDonald's Boo Buckets, you know, from the 80s and then the 90s. In the 80s and 90s, they were better because they actually had real lids and not just this, whatever this is. But it's interesting to combine different colors. Like, look at this. Why not? Or you could do the orange anyway. Now they've announced, or images have leaked, of the 2024 Boo Buckets. Now you know how I love my Boo Buckets. And McDonald's, hashtag not sponsored. And I really, 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 really want always to make videos hunting for them, driving around the city in the spooky, foggy, misty nights of October, trying to hunt down the Boo Buckets. It's always kind of the last big event for me right before Halloween. It's the Boo Bucket hunt. It's just the culmination of the Halloween season for me. Okay. This year, somebody leaks the images of the upcoming 4 Boo Buckets. Now you're going to understand why I was showing you all of these buckets from last year and also how interchangeable these tops technically could be. I mean, I don't have a yellow one, but the closest we have to yellow is orange. So let me put the orange on the white one, just so you can see kind of how these would look if you combine the colors. That already is starting to look weird, but it's doable. Why not? And this is still okay. If they gave me a white mummy Boo Bucket with an orange top, I would still say, yeah, oh my God, super fun. Why not? Let's go for it. But here is the leak that we got for the upcoming 4 Boo Buckets for 2024. Cue it in. So, yeah, I guess credit goes to Snackalada. Now you see why I was talking about the combination of this. This is McDonald's yellow. Okay, we get the arches. That's kind of cool. McDonald's logo. I like that. But here's like the white with the yellow. So I did the white with the orange. That's why I said it's as close as possible. So I don't mind this color combo. But it's the prints, you guys. It's the prints. I don't know what people are very distraught online. Like the forums talking about the Boo Buckets, people are very upset how childish these little monsters look like, how they're not like at all channeling the vintage Boo Buckets, the vintage designs. They're not channeling this kind of simplicity of design, the simplicity of form, if you may. We're not getting this old school Boo Bucket. And I hated them when I first saw them. I thought, oh my God, this is terrible. Heaven says, well, they're not like McDonald's type pictures. No, that's the thing. They look like some characters from Pixar or like Disney and Pixar. At first, I thought it was the Fry Kids, one of the characters from the 80s, McDonald's characters, but they're not Fry Kids because Fry Kids don't have mouths and don't have horns. I thought, oh, maybe it's Fry Kids mutated for Halloween. They look like more monstrous, but no, they're not like French fry fringes like the Fry Kids are wearing. It does, yeah. Yvonne says, it looks like Monsters, Inc. kid type monsters. Yeah, they look okay, says D. Huh. Taking the scary out of Halloween, says Deborah. Heaven says it's not the traditional vibe. Caroline Steele says they all look the same. The green is Sesame Street looking. They all look a little bit Sesame-ish, don't they? Yeah, they kind of all look the same. I mean, these two have horns, these don't. This one has more rounded little things at the top. This one is all kind of pointy. But yeah, all of them have yellow eyeballs, googly eyes. A 5-year-old kid will like them, says Thomas, but there is no menace. Heaven says, I do prefer the vintage. The green is Sesame Street. Oh, yes, Yvonne, that's what I thought too, says Heaven. Monsters, Inc., right? Aren't they supposed to be childish, says the Nectarine Man? Well, I think what a lot of people are having an issue with is the fact that this is kind of referencing 80s McDonald's Boo Buckets, which were in the 80s made for kids. those kids have now grown up and now they, they like their vintage. But I gotta say, people online have been complaining, the collectors have been complaining how ugly these are, how they're not going to be buying them. And then we have another faction of people coming for those people saying, hold your horses. These are not made for you collectors. They're made for kids. So McDonald's is focusing on kids wanting these things, not grown-ups, because they're made for kids. It's a Happy Meal after all. And like, I get that comment. Like, I get it. Like, I respect it. Like Vanessa Hudgens when she wanted to go to Coachella, despite the corona. But here's the thing. I think McDonald's could have been more clever because these were also for kids. And kids loved them and grown-ups loved them. So I think McDonald's would have been more clever if they made something that's universal for both. Something that kids love, but also grown-ups. Like, hit two birds with one stone. You know what I mean? You maximize your profits. Isn't that the end game of any corporation? To get as many customers as possible? You see what I'm saying here? I'm like, yeah, I get it. You want the kids to love it. Sure. It's a Happy Meal after all. But isn't it better if you manage to get the same success you got the past years, where both kids and grown-ups loved them? Now, this is still not officially announced, meaning this has been a leak in some other country, Canada, or I don't know where, not in America yet. So somebody has been speculating that in America, the Happy Meal Boo Buckets are not going to have this design. I think they will. Because like I said, like I showed you at the beginning of this video, these were made in May, June, and August. So whatever the Boo Buckets are going to be in America, they have been already manufactured in June, July, and August, or May, June, and August. So these buckets have been produced. They are already finished. Okay, they're just waiting to be shipped out and for the launch date and to be sold. So if McDonald's tried to test the market by leaking an image and they got all this backlash for it, it's too late now to redo the Boo Buckets. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, what am I going to do? Jeanette says, this design is showing on the Australian Macca's site. So what is this? An Australian release? They've been produced, Mahora. Oh, man. So yeah, Yvonne says, in the UK, we have plush spooky bags in all sizes, shapes, and colors. And then Caroline Steele says, UK won't stock them as plastic laws new in on packaging. Paper straws enter the chat. Oh my God. Zach says, sadly, at least in the EU, we literally kicked the bucket due to its unavailability. Probably way too much plastic. As if the EU doesn't do plastic everywhere it can anyway. Whatever. The Nectarine Man says, oh, I see. You're probably right. It's about the balance, but design is hard, but it doesn't seem like they try to appeal to all ages with these. No, these seem to be for kids only. Now, having said all that, if these end up being the actual end result for the Boo Buckets this year in America, worldwide, will I still go hunt them? Probably I will because it's a lot of fun. But I'm not excited about them. That's the problem. Like, I was really excited about these. Like, I really, really liked these. They're so cute with the 3 faces. Every bucket has 3 faces. I don't think these have 3 faces. Maybe 2. Maybe they have one in the front, one in the... I don't know. Or maybe they have the back side in the back. This is the front of the monster and the back is the back. I don't know. Heaven says, I agree. Do it for both. The grown-ups want some memories. Yeah, you're going to make more money if you catch 2 flies with 1 catch, right? Damn, right? So anyway, Meowser says, but isn't the plastic situation an issue for one-time use plastic? I get that people may dispose them, but much less, well, much less so. But the thing is, I still have mine from last year. I love them. I use them all the time. I put stuff in them. Sometimes I stack them up like this if I'm carrying them from A to B. I use them to decorate for Halloween. Like, I love my Boo Buckets. I'm not going to get rid of them. They're not garbage to me. They're a treasure. These, I'll get used to them. I'll get used to them. You know what I'm saying? I'll get used to them. I'll hunt them down. I guess my favorite one, my least loathed one is probably the green one and the white one. These two. These two are probably like my favorites. And then these two. Yeah, I'll get used to them. Yeah. Anyway, what do you guys think? In or out? Do we like these or do we not like them? Are you still going to get them? Are you going to get all four? Or are you going to give up? Or are you really pissed off at McDonald's for this? Well, this has been another Halloween special on Totally Dacob as we're counting down to Halloween 2024. Thumb up this video if you've enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. And until next time, never forget to never give up on Gorish love. Bye.